Whereas man like Klitschko will be busting me up in that ring.
To be a great fighter, you have to do great things.
This is a fight that can change from champion to legend overnight.
Ultimate goal, yeah, is to walk out that night of the fight and know you put in 100%. You put in 100% every minute of the day, or every other minute of the day, because no one's perfect. Every other minute of the day, you tried to give your all to your craft.
Awesome, man.
Respect,
Great work.
Appreciate it.
Great work. That was good.
We're going to train again.
Anthony Joshua enters the final day of his training camp, the last checkpoint before stepping into the ring against Jake Paul. The heavy work is already behind him. No grueling sparring, no limit pushing sessions, just refinement, focus, and reflection. Joshua moves with calm purpose, shadowboxing at a measured pace, listening closely to his trainers while conserving energy. The hype fades here. What remains is discipline, experience, and the moment when weeks of preparation narrow down to one night.
There is no hard part about being a professional boxer. It's a blessing. And if I wasn't a professional boxer, it'd be a blessing as well. But as I said, wealth comes in character. It's not about status. There's no big difference to what I do that determines who I am. It's just boxing is a blessing because I do it for passion, not for occupation.
Do you know what it is on that ring walk? There's no turning back. If I was that nervous, I think I would dodge a fight. I wouldn't bother training, and like for like 3 months it'll be on my mind and stuff. If I was that nervous, I probably just wouldn't do it. So yeah, on the walkout, it's like it is what it is now.
By mid-morning, the routine unfolds with quiet precision. A light jog circles the gym floor, resistance bands stretch and release, joints warmed rather than tested. There's no nervous energy, no restless pacing, only the steady presence of a fighter who understands exactly what tomorrow demands. In this final stretch before Judgment Day, every breath feels intentional. Every step carries weight. This phase is no longer about effort. It's about mindset, legacy, and the story about to be written under the Miami lights.
I feel like I'm getting stronger, and I feel by the time the fight comes, I'll be at peak performance.
So being out here in the States, I can really see a change in Josh. Like his mindset is one thing that, you know, being out here, it's like so tunnel vision. It's like every single day is geared towards something in camp. So everyone back home would be like, oh, so what did you do on Thursday? You had the day off? And it's like, it's a day off, but it's a day off to get ready for the day on.
Damn. Fucking hell. Fuck. So there we have it. Back on my feet.
Within the boxing world, Joshua's name still carries immense gravity. An Olympic gold medalist, standing 6 feet 6 inches, with a professional record of 28 wins and 25 knockouts. His resume is stacked with elite opponents and championship nights. He's tasted the summit and endured the fall, most notably the career-altering loss to Daniel Dubois in 2024. That defeat led to nearly a year away from the ring, a pause he used to reset his body, mentality, and direction.
Adapting to the positions and stuff. And for a big man like this, man, big like this is great.
But his background, your background is gymnastics?
Gymnastics, yeah. I've been coaching for 45 years. People just like, especially like boxing, well, they need to be a little tight for aggressiveness and come back and all. Yeah. But you know, but flexibility give you longevity. You know, like, you know, more flexible, more mobile, more range of motion you have, your career can be much longer. And one, it's a prevention for injury.
Across from him will stand Jake Paul, a fighter whose road to this moment has been anything but conventional. His journey wound through viral fame, online feuds, and a boxing career constantly scrutinized for legitimacy. Paul's 12-1 record with 7 stoppages includes victories that sparked debate as much as applause. But this fight is different. This isn't a crossover bout or a social media rivalry. This is heavyweight boxing. 8 rounds, Queensberry rules, 10-ounce gloves, and a global audience streaming live on Netflix.
I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10th. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really like, I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate, I'm hungry, and I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So.
What a jolly lad he is, you know? Just a bubbly guy. Bubbly guy. Gotta love him, bro. Gotta love him, but he's gonna fucking die. Look at this, bro. I'm always training. 150 pounds, dog. Easy work. 40,000 reps a day. Look at the forearm size. It's at least a couple inches tall.
Do you have an iced coffee brought to you by anybody?
Nope.
Did you practice? Did you learn how to breathe again today?
It was pretty normal morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Not many people get these opportunities and to live this life, and I feel guided by God through this camp and through this process and making this decision to fight a very, very difficult challenge. God has removed, you know, the fear that would like normally be there. So I feel good, and I'm excited for fight week. This fight for me is way more exciting than Gervonta, and I think because it's more exciting for the fans and because of the fact that it's a harder challenge for me. People had a lot of excuses against Gervonta and, oh, it's a smaller guy, blah, 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 the weight difference, and now I flip-flop the roles. Everyone thinks I'm gonna die, and they don't know what I'm capable of. And so being the underdog and being able to go in there and showcase what I'm gonna do to Anthony is more exciting for me, and I think more exciting for
Paul has leaned heavily into a familiar narrative, insisting he's prepared for the challenge and long accustomed to being underestimated. Rising outside traditional boxing through YouTube and social media, he's repeatedly claimed that the biggest tests motivate him most. Throughout the build-up, Paul has emphasized that he meant what he said when he claimed he'd fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. Many doubted this matchup with one of boxing's most accomplished heavyweights would ever materialize. Now it has.
Randall, you're coming into this fight as the underdog.
Yeah, you know, that's to be, assumed, right? This is
like
a Olympic gold
expected,
medalist over
right.
here, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. But I've been an underdog my whole life, man. I've had to fight for everything that I've gotten, earned my position all the time, and I've honestly had some of my best performances coming in as an underdog, and I don't really look at the betting lines and all, who's this favorite, who's that, because to me, none of that matters. I know what I'm capable of and the work that I've put in.
Anthony, I'm assuming you never had to make weight.
Never had to
make weight.
Never.
So I seen when they said that you came in, you're training hard. I actually seen you said that you're faster, you're stronger, and why didn't you do this way before? Do you feel better coming in at 245 than ever?
I do. I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually.
Right.
And I feel really good. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Think you lined them up? Think that was very smart of y'all to get him down to 245?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, you know, like he's taken away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches, and I think that's probably the best thing he could have had is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight, and I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter, and he's gotten to where he's at because of the size and because of the power. So the skills are what's going to win this fight, and he's seen that with Usyk when he fought him. And so
For Anthony Joshua, this fight hasn't simply been another booking on the calendar. It's become an unexpected opportunity to reshape the current chapter of his career. When Paul's camp pushed for a weight limit, Joshua accepted without hesitation, cutting down to 243.8 pounds. He's explained that the adjustment has left him feeling quicker and stronger, a transformation he may never have pursued without this matchup. Instead of resistance, the change brought renewed confidence and a sense of possibility.
Never had to make weight.
Never.
So I seen when they said that you came in, you're training hard. I actually seen you said that you're faster, you're stronger, and why didn't you do this way before? Do you feel better coming in at 245 than ever?
I do. I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually.
Right.
And I feel really good. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Think you lined them up? Think that was very smart of y'all? Get him down to 245?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, you know, like he's taking away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches, and I think that's probably the best thing he could have had is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight, and I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter, and he's gotten to where he's at because of the size.
To meet this challenge, Joshua didn't rely solely on familiar routines. He made a decisive shift in his training approach, bringing in members of Oleksandr Usyk's coaching circle, a team known for crafting one of the most elusive and technically refined heavyweights of this era. Joshua acknowledged that training away from London reduced distractions and offered fresh insight. The move allowed him to absorb perspectives shaped at the highest level, reinforcing his belief in preparation over comfort.
To help Anthony Joshua.
Why Anthony Joshua? I think it's answer only for God, because Anthony very have, you know, I think education, like a kind of guy. We speak with Anthony, message. Now we speak on the phone, yeah, not Instagram, but I have a number, Anthony have number. For example, I really drive in a car. He call me, hey champ, hello, how are you? Blah 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 blah. We joking, hey, good luck training, because I see this guy in the gym. My team, hey, Alex, hello, hey brother. Good training. It's guy. I like this guy because this is guy smart. I think this guy have very big heart. Anthony.
Yes.
Paul's camp, meanwhile, understood the magnitude of what was at stake. This wasn't just another headline-grabbing event. It was a chance to validate his rise. Paul spoke confidently about using speed, angles, and movement to disrupt one of boxing's most powerful punchers. Tactics designed to spark debate if successful. The stakes, however, were very real. The fight includes unusual heavyweight stipulations, including a 245-pound weigh-in limit for Joshua, something he's never faced before. Negotiated by Paul's team to narrow the size gap, Joshua accepted the condition, insisting he feels sharp, comfortable, and fully prepared.
Hey, Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony, he took a big L with Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. It's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took a L there, but Jake Paul, I got the utmost respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%. It's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3, because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora.
Criticism has followed from every direction. Boxing purists have compared the matchup to controversial bouts of the past, questioning its impact on the sport's credibility. Others frame it as a business move, a spectacle shaped by boxing's evolving relationship with pop culture. Joshua has dismissed the noise, making it clear he's treating the bout with full seriousness. He's trained as he would for any elite opponent, refusing to underestimate Paul's commitment. Joshua has emphasized discipline, structure, and exploiting weaknesses with tactical precision, regardless of how his opponent entered the sport.
On Netflix, we looked at the numbers that which Jake Paul had against Mike Tyson on Netflix. Record-breaking numbers here.
And another great night for women's boxing because of that, yeah.
Absolutely, another great night for women's boxing. And Turki Al-Sheikh, who's looking to transform the sport in so many ways, bring new eyeballs to it, may see something there and go, Netflix, younger generation, that's what we're trying to capture here. Could we do something with them as well? So there's interesting times here that he's shown an interest now in Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. He's saying, yeah, I want to make it. Why not? Why not? It's a huge fight. And there's some sense in what he's saying now.
There's plenty of answers to why not, by the way.
Listen, there's a one-sided fight, but we live in the world of entertainment now, right? That's what's happening here. You know, like Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. All right, let me rephrase this. And for you guys that are driving along at the moment, listening in your cars, or if you're working wherever you are and you've got us on the radio, let me ask you this question. Do you want to see Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua? I've known a load of you now are shouting at the radios, or if you're watching us on YouTube, shouting at the tellies, saying, no, of course, we don't want to see that. Well, answer me this. Will you watch it? I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, we're going to talk some more about this, but last week, Gareth A. Davis was ringside with the stars of boxing, and he grabbed a word with the problem child, Jake Paul. Here's what he had to say about that potential fight with AJ.
I'll put some meat on the bones of you and Anthony Joshua. Is it happening or not?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I want it to happen here. All the odds stacked against me. I believe that I will beat him and shock the world and create one of the biggest upsets in boxing history.
Tyson Fury was saying he put $1 million on you beating Anthony Joshua.
I seen that. He's backing me. He's a smart lad.
But how do you love the atmosphere here? Wembley's brilliant. We'd love to see you fight here, by the way.
And I love it. Like, the UK fans really love boxing even more than American fans. So I'm going around the pubs, talking to all the people, asking them about how they think.
Amid the noise surrounding Judgment Day, Joshua paused to offer fans and media a personal look inside his training space, the gym that has anchored his final preparations. Walking through the heavy bags, ring corners, and shadowboxing areas, AJ spoke candidly about what this fight represents. More than another bout, it's an opportunity to engage with a cultural moment and redefine his standing in the heavyweight era. With trophies lining the walls and routines mapped out on whiteboards, he explained how the environment keeps him grounded, focused, and mentally sharp.
This is my baby, this is boxing. My first love, come through. This is where the hard work's gonna go down for the next 3 weeks. So we come in, kind of bring this place to life. If you think about it, it's just like an empty warehouse. But that's what I love about boxing. You need a ring, some weights, and then it's up to the boxers to kind of bring the character in. So if I was here for longer, I would have brought some of the great fighters, pitches down here and so on. But we've got Anthony Joshua 258, AJ BXNG training camp. That's a classic. That's on our classic t-shirts. You'll be seeing it on the website real soon. Lions Den. Drake turned the O2 into the O3. We call the O2 the Lions Den. Let me take you over here. To be honest, this geezer here, the guy who done the graffiti, he done that himself. I let him off with that one. Some nice artwork, permanent vacation. Here we have the little S&C room. No bench press or none of that. I'm not really into doing upper body weights. Squat rack, deadlift rack, big boy weights, trap bar. Do you know what I mean? Straight gutter. Weight floor, so you can kind of drop the weights and have no issues. Spin bike. I do about 20 minutes on this bike as well after training, so that's good. Kind of get the legs going, flush out the system. The rower, pain. That is pain. Come through. So yeah, look at the space. I forgot to show you this actually.
For Joshua, this fight represents far more than a payday. The reported purse reaches into 9-figure territory, with both fighters securing massive guarantees. But money isn't the driving force. Legacy is. A victory could silence critics who question his relevance in today's heavyweight landscape. A loss, especially to a crossover star, could reshape how the final chapter of a decorated career is remembered. This isn't just about winning. It's about where history places his name when the noise finally fades.